Alright, so I think we're good in terms of setup. Thought I'd go live because the game updated and I didn't even know about it. But anyways, it is here now. I'm not sure who's gonna stop by, but regardless, I needed to get this out, and it's just a lot easier for me due to time constraints to just go live and see what happens. But upon coming into Kakarot, there was an update, version 1.5, and it seems like it's just an update to the Dragon Ball Card Warriors. Card sleeves and playmats have been added to Dragon Ball Card Warriors. A new search feature has been added in the deck filter in Dragon Ball Card Warriors. Features to dismantle all excess cards and to skip card creation animations have been added to Dragon Ball Card Warriors. You can now adjust controller settings from the option menu. Checking available add-ons, installed add-ons, saving game. Aura has now changed from white to yellow when charging in Super Saiyan. Was not included. Well, that's fun. Good going. I was hoping for a little bit more, but I guess not. Today, 29, 305. So this is my, oh, I guess I would have it continue here. 305, 27. Yeah, this would have been it. Autosave. I initially already did kind of my initial reaction. Those videos can be found in Twitch. Same name if you want to look them up. TriZander, Z-A-N-D-E-R. I also play Dragon Ball Z, Kakarot, but a lot more of Star Trek Online. But of course, with the news of DLC3, this is what we're going to be talking about. And oh, well, this is not a pretty scene, eh? Not a pretty scene. Almost got his handed to him by Frieza. The other day or the other night, I was using Trunks to play with Frieza, just to kind of, you know, get used to him. But again, with DLC3 and them showing what we saw, we're not going to be using this Trunks. So some of the things I kind of wanted to get out there more. So again, I want to preface this by saying I love Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, the game. Okay, obviously Dragon Ball Z fan, and this is kind of the type of game I've been wanting in terms of gameplay, story, etc. So I love this game. It's not perfect, but you know, it makes you feel like you're the character, like you're actually the one handing down the beatdown, if I can say that. So I love this game, and for me, I've only been playing since November, but I've been playing a lot, and to prove that I've been playing a lot, I mean, I think people have already seen my save files. I've logged in about 305 hours, plus 50 hours if you count this save here, which is just a second playthrough of the story. But I haven't touched it in a while, since January 23. So, again, I love this game. You can see it in the Zenny I have, the orbs I have. All my characters are maxed level, or at least level 300. And I have kind of went past a little bit for, you know, by eating, doing all that stuff. Anyways, I love this game, okay? And DLC 1 and 2 were great additions. And thinking that they were going to continue on with that trend. Really, Trunks? we thought we were going to get more Super. And they pull in DLC3, the Warrior of Hope, which is essentially the history of Trunks. Now, the Warrior of Hope is not titled the history of Trunks, so that's giving me a little bit of, pun intended, hope that there could be something else more to this, because to have a new DLC that even just image-wise is bigger than both 1 and 2, for it to just be the history of Trunks, there should be more to it. So I wanted to kind of add on to what I've already done, but mostly the part here where I want to kind of talk and discuss about and just get my thoughts out is just additional thinking. This is, again, my 3rd vid. I've done some thinking. I've heard some further discussions videos on YouTube. So we know that Trunks, that what we're going to get there is the purple-haired version, obviously. But when they showed it in Super, that version was the blue-haired. So we know that this is going to be within the Z context, within the Z era. Now, not to say that that can't change. So, having said that, with the Trunks that we're going to be getting, we're going to get a young Trunks, a 15-year-old or whatever teenager Trunks. So all of this move sets that we have for Trunks, his training, his transformation, his know-how possibly, and even his skill palette is probably going to be wiped out. Maybe if DLC 1 and 2 were a trend, maybe we get to keep this, and then things just don't unlock, and obviously, you know, we get more new things. That is the hope. You're gonna hear that a lot in this video or in this stream. So again, we're gonna have to wait and see what they do with this, because obviously he doesn't know all of these. He shouldn't even be here. So that begs the question. So we're gonna get a new Trunks, different costume, obviously, and then we can only play him in the DLC 3. We can't bring him back to the main story. Who knows? Same thing with our friend Gohan. Same thing. Now, he, of the two, can stay exactly the same, with the exception of his transformations. He can only go Super Saiyan 1. Maybe he went to Super Saiyan 2. I don't know. But he may be able to keep all of his know-hows, his super attacks, and his transformation, with the exception of obviously 2 and Ultimate Gohan. And I'm okay with that, because we worked so hard to fill all these out, and then we got wicked transformations from 1 and 2 with Goku and Vegeta, and then we get 3 and nothing happens. Like, nothing happens in terms of us being able to use it. Now, we don't know all the information. Could it be that this does again lead to somewhat of a reminiscent story of Black, meaning we do get to use, you know, Blue, and we get new transformations for Trunks, which means it could go Super Saiyan Rage. Gohan, we all know, is gonna die. So, or maybe, I don't know. It's so weird how this game goes, and kind of speaking back to Kakarot. So the thing is here is, in this game they've also added Mira and Toa. I don't know anything about them, with the exception of what I've come across here in the game. So they're from a different timeline. They like to suck power from people and make people evil. All that stuff. So is that going to play a factor in DLC 3? You would think. Now, they did mention that this is going to be the last DLC, but that wasn't followed up by anything else. So meaning that could just be the last DLC for Season Pass 1. And again, why couldn't there be, I said this before my video, but why couldn't there be another Season 2 when all the other Dragon Ball games have that? Doesn't make sense. So we are gonna hope that this is not the last DLC3 and that just branches off into Season Pass 2. Okay? Hopefully now with, you know, kind of COVID sort of under manageable levels somewhat, they can work on these things a little better. There is a cyber connection that I'm being told that they're concentrating on another game. I don't know anything about that. But if that's true, then a sequel to this game wouldn't make sense. But what would make sense is more just DLCs, because I think one of the other games in the market right now, Xenoverse, has like 12 DLCs. Like, it's ridiculous. So why couldn't this? And from my understanding, this sold a lot of units and it still sells pretty good. I see an influx of new players on Twitch all the time, coming in, starting from, you know, the beginning, streaming out their gameplay from beginning to, you know, as they play Kakarot. So I think that there's going to be a Season Pass 2. So that's just my thoughts on that. But going to DLC 3, after the history of Trunks, this could get into some items, which I'm going to go over now. So one, like I said, Mira and Toa, that could play a factor. 2, and this is of course credit to DCM Gaming, it could also be Android 21. And then of course 3, what we're all wanting is the Goku Black, which I think is possible. Now I'm gonna just say this now before I forget. There'd be nothing new for them to add for Goku Black because Goku's already in the game, right? They can just kind of switch it around in events of turns, but you already have Goku in the game. Give him a new costume and make his hair pink, done. Goku Black. And then tie it into the next DLC, Season Pass, for more DLCs. So because this shouldn't end at Z, especially when you've already given us content beyond the original Z. I know that most of this stuff happens still within Z before before Oob, that little training thing with Oob, but still we have Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, so that's a thing, and that's a thing that we should look at and not dismiss right away. If that makes sense. So there's that, and then going to some of the other things, you know, the community board. I said this before in my other video. The community board does have a connection between our boy Trunks, Soul Emblem, community board. Where did I put them? That was the question. There's so let's take out Mr. Pilaf because he's just easier to remove, and then put in here Trunks. We all know that this was a interaction that led all of us to go, what? Where did I put him? Okay, he's just there, so let's put him here, and then we're gonna hear.
なんだ? 私の顔に何かついているのか?
いや、ちょっと気になって。
So why? They never interacted at all in Z, but they did in Super. And it's hinting that, you know, they're a thing, they're a couple, they're an item. So why do they have a connection here? So again, his hair is purple, and my is kind of the older version, right? So one could take that and jump board off of that and say, hey, listen, this could be a thing where this little Easter egg they left in the game could be leading up to Goku Black. That's my thoughts on that. And again, I said it before, my other vid, what's going to happen to the community board that we built up and maxed out? Spent all that time to max out. Are we just going to lose it all in DLC3? Or, you know, again, raise the level cap where it's this all still applies somehow and whatever, we don't know. But I thought I'd bring the community board up because, yeah, there's that connection there, right? So, how this plays out, we're just gonna have to wait. I'm gonna put back Mr. Pilaf. Where's Pilaf? Where are you, bro? Put him back. And then let's put back Trunks here. Oh, right there. You can tell I haven't touched this board in a long time because I already maxed it out. So there's that. You have that going on in terms of possibilities that Goku Black's in the game. Okay? And then the other possibility is when you go to this, there are, because we get both the good guys and bad guys, right? So there's this whole page here, and the only thing here is Beerus. You can easily fill this out with more characters. And we're talking about, obviously, Goku Black, the future Bulma. I'm not sure if they actually do characters. Usually what they do is just change their appearance depending on the area you're in, so who knows. Maybe a different Bulma, maybe a different Mai, you know. Maybe in the beginning, before Goku dies, before the Z Fighters die. Well, actually no, it actually says it starts after that, so who else is left? Future Gohan, right? Obviously future Trunks, or whatever. Teenager Trunks, I should say. Because there's a kid Trunks and a future Trunks, so might as well throw in the middle one in there. There's this whole page to fill out. And maybe this is why a lot of people thought that this was going toward Tournament Power, because you can fill this easily out. And you can easily make this 6 pages, 7 pages with the amount of characters. Now there's one thing that one of the YouTube content creators mentioned, credit to him, Raken, saying that the amount of fights could already be the length of a whole arc. So, in that whole arc, that's fine, I get it, but we know that there's other things that they have not added in the main game Kakarot that they kind of skimped out on, which could lead to them expanding on it through Trunks' perspective. So that's training with Vegeta, the hyperbolic time chamber, the Cell with Fight, his Ultra form. And again, going into forms is something that we've gotten with DLC 1 and 2. And we all know Dragon Ball Z is about forms. Dragon Ball in general is about forms. Whether it's, you know, it's always about forms. So why can't we have new forms? Give me Super Saiyan Ascended Trunks, Ascended Vegeta, you know, obviously Rage. The possibility again, if this goes to Goku Black, Super Saiyan Blue, Kaioken, right? So the possibility is there, and we hope that we do get that. So there's so many things, there's so much potential left in this game. Okay, and I jokingly said earlier they included in the 1.5 update the key aura change from white, blue to yellow if you're in Super Saiyan. Well, again, if we're gonna do something like, say, follow the money to make sure games keep getting updated, you can monetize this game easy. So I would pay for Kiora change. Well, that should be free, but still, I'd say it. I pay for transformations, I pay for clothing customizations, I pay for, and whether how you do that, where you buy real Zen, and then that translates, or sorry, buy Zen with real money, and that translates to you buying certain items for certain priced Zen item. I think I'll be good because I have almost 30 million Zenny. And I haven't even sold a bunch of other things, but anyways, that's not... I'd be okay with that. I would really, because this is the way things are going now. The only way games are paid for and the way that they go on, just like in MMOs, is to have everything be monetized. You just gotta admit that's just how it is. So, they can still exploit so much from this game. And again, you still have GT. Again, why do other games have all those other characters, and why can't this still standalone game have that as well? To get monetized, to get the branding here, to get that different gameplay and perspective to those people who don't play fighting games, PvP games. They just want to have a single story, single player experience. So why not? Because this could be that experience still, and they can just keep on expanding. And you know what? Story can be secondary. Just give us the characters, just give us the customization, just give us the ability to do what we've seen in Dragon Ball. You know, if that makes sense. So, again, I've kind of rehashed this out again from the first 2 vids, but I thought I'd get this out on YouTube just because I haven't put anything on YouTube. But it's hard for me to kind of do content for YouTube because and that's why I do live, because it's a lot easier for me to do live stuff. So I may keep just doing this when I have random thoughts, but even my gameplay now, what I like to do is, and obviously I've done it and it shows because I've gotten my key of my characters up to like 9,999. You know, what I've done is go through the villainous enemy runs, gather ingredients, get stronger. I played this game, but again, is it all for naught? I've leveled all these people, all these characters up to 300, and then I'm not gonna be able to use them. Like, rip. But it's still a positive feeling going into DLC3 because it's just new content for this game. So we're obviously, or I'm obviously looking forward to new visual, new content, new cinematic, you know, clips that this game does so well. You know, there's some missing, so that's where I hope that we can at least see the final flash from Vegeta. Like, that fight with second form Cell was like nothing. So maybe that was done purposefully because of DLC3. But again, why couldn't they have done this DLC, as the first one? And then 2 be Beerus, 3 be Golden Frieza. Then at least you wouldn't have let down a good sizable chunk of the Kakarot fans. Because we thought we were going to go from, you know, Beerus, Golden Frieza, Universe 6, and then on and so forth until the ultimate gold transformation that we all want, UI Goku. Which, you know, again, we know that there's a certain UI move in game, and that's Whis. Whis is dodging. So everything they have is in place to still make this something spectacular, or lead into a second season pass. Okay, so, you know, we'll see what happens. We'll see how this rocks. But, you know, and as more thoughts come to my head, you know, I'll do live videos. But like I said, I mostly do things on Twitch. It's a lot easier for me just to go live as opposed to sit down and do content. I'm very busy in real life. I work 8 to 5. I do a lot of training and other responsibilities and all that stuff. So, but come check me out on Twitch. I don't have a Twitter. On Twitch, same name, TriZander, and I do most of my play there. I may do some on YouTube, but I found it's easier to do it on Twitch. Because you actually have people looking for people playing games on Twitch. So, anyways, there's that. I just thought I would finish that out there, get that out there. I might even go back onto Twitch. What's next? Well, I just was saying, Trunks, I might go onto Twitch right now and just do the same thing I did here, which is talk about just additional thoughts on the incoming DLC3. So, I'll keep it at that. I don't want to keep this too long. Again, I'm going to continue this on possibly Twitch, just to see if I can get a conversation going, because I'd love to talk and talk with other people who love this game as much as I do, maybe even love it more than I do, and that could be a possibility. So, anyways, I'm going to leave it there. I may do some more gameplay here on YouTube as streaming content, maybe some more discussions. We'll see. But we're going to leave it there, and let's leave it on a good view with our boy Trunks there.